Good evening, everybody. Here we are, Principal Felino and Miss Margaret coming at you live like we do every Thursday with the Thursday Thoughts. We look a little different here. I think we look a little bit awesome. We are wearing our St. Ferdinand fleeces here with the emblem in the corner. That's pretty cool. And this picture was given to me by Miss Kayla in first grade. So we really appreciate that, Miss Kayla, and it's been a fun way for us to announce the announcements today. So here we are. Thank you for that. One thing we want to remind you about is the February freeze finishes tomorrow. Okay, so that means by tomorrow we need to have your signed contract for next year with your $100 deposit. And there's still not one class yet has finished 100% of turning in their contracts. So that pizza party is still up to whichever class finishes it in the first, finishes bringing them in first. And we'll have to timestamp when all these things come in, because I know it's going to be close. And we're so excited that just about everybody in the whole school is coming back as far as we know. Yay! This makes us happy. All right, so if you do come back next year, I mean, not only would you save money by registering by tomorrow, where you get this year's published tuition rates, you would also, look at this. All right, so we'll put that down. Here's the real Miss Margaret. Oh my goodness. Right now she's sporting the St. Ferdinand fleece that was new last year to the uniform. And like, I love mine. I'm already on my second fleece because I love how soft it is and comfy and the fact that it zips. And a lot of people have liked this edition. However, we are also bringing back, because we did have some parents request, and some kids are still wearing the old version, we are also adding the sweater back, the like cardigan type sweater. It buttons up the whole way.
And Miss Margaret.
This happens to be a kid's large that Miss Margaret's wearing right now that we got from Dennis. But this is going to be available for next year too, with our emblem on. So I know a lot of you like in the winter to have that's more of a sweater feel. So we're bringing that back as well. So please register so that you can wear either the new fleece or bringing back the sweater version as well. I think that's kind of cool. All right, thank you, Miss Margaret, for modeling that. We're going to need you to hold up a flyer, though. So. Oh. All right. Do you want to stand or sit? All right. She's sitting. Oh, we're in the first grade room, by the way, today. We try to go to a different room now to broadcast. We're in the first grade room on Mrs. Hanson's yellow chair. Miss Margaret's sitting in that she often uses. All right. Very exciting. Next week, the first week of March, March 1st through 5th, we have Read Across America Week, which is a really fun week here. Just when we need a little pick-me-up with the weather and all here at St. Ferdinand School. It's also the book fair. Book fair is here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tomorrow, Miss DeMera, our librarian, is going to show the kids a little sneak preview. On their way down to lunch, they can ooh and ah at all the books that are available. Flyers have already gone home about that. You can actually set up an e-account for your kids to pay, that type of thing. But they will go during their library classes, and a schedule is on our calendar for that, about which day your kids will go. But anyway, that's all part of Read Across America Week, and our teacher committee thought of lots of fun things to do. Starting Monday, we're going to be tied up in books. Students can wear tie-dye and bow ties and, tie up their hair with bows and ribbons. I'm going to kick off the week with a story during the morning announcement Zoom. And we will also talk about our March Reading Challenge. I'm not going to say too much about that, but there's definitely an incentive. Last year I offered to go on the roof if the kids read so many minutes. We've got something wacky lined up this time if the kids read a certain amount of minutes. And I hope they do, because I really am looking forward to doing this wacky stunt. So we'll hear about that on Monday when March starts. Tuesday is reading gives us a bright future. Students can wear neon colors or sunglasses, that kind of thing. Wednesday, wear your words. A shirt with any kind of appropriate words. And that's also an early dismissal day, 1:30. So teachers can have their meeting. Thursday, we are cozying up with a book. Students can wear comfy clothes, not pajamas, but just nice comfy clothes, because they're going to read a book from home. And then March 5th, with their spirit wear, like there's always Friday spirit wear, they're going to wear crazy socks to mimic Fox and Socks by Dr. Seuss. It's also Dr. Seuss's birthday next week, so a lot of these things are Dr. Seuss related, and I'm excited about all these events here. Of course, we always want kids to read. And this is really good practice, too, for our upcoming Aspire tests and all of that. All right, let's see that next flyer, Miss Margaret. Okay. Another contest that's going on during this Read Across America week. This should be really fun to see. We have a picture challenge here. Think of a creative and wacky way to read with your family and take a picture of it. I think that's pretty exciting. Here, this should be really fun. And then Miss Babican is collecting the pictures, so you would email it to her. I'm going to try to think of something with my family to do too with this. My kids are older, but it'll be fun for us to think of a time to read and do it in some sort of silly way and bring in the pictures, and we're going to be posting them on Facebook. So that should be a really fun way for your family to do something to celebrate this week at home too. I love that idea. All right. Oh, and also next week, this really doesn't have anything to do with, the Read Across America, but we are right in the middle of the week because it's early dismissal. Thought this would be good. We are having our Lenten rice bowl lunch. That the only hot lunch served that day will be a bowl of rice with a little apple juice. And that is because we're trying to get the kids to empathize with the people they're collecting money for with their Lenten rice bowls. So every lunch period the kids will be given a bowl of rice. We'll watch some videos on the big screen in the activity center about the people that their funds are helping to support. And we'll say a little prayer for those as well. So, your kids might be a little bit hungry that day, but I think that will help them relate to what it's like to just have rice, right, as your only meal. And then, the good thing is it's an early dismissal day, so everybody can go home and have a nice big snack to make up for that, because we are so lucky right here in our part of the world. So thank you for that. Let's see. March calendar. All right. Just a couple things. One thing I don't think that's on this calendar, but please, parents, if you haven't filled out your 5 Essentials survey yet, we need like 20% of our parents to fill out the survey, and we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. There's a link. I know Miss Margaret will resend it probably sometime tomorrow or the next day, just to remind you to fill it out. It only takes 10 minutes. Just ask you a bunch of questions about the atmosphere of the school. And that's just something that we use to inform our goal making for next year, and something the Arch uses to take a look at how successful our school can be. Last year we did score pretty high on that, but it's always nice to read what you think is going well and what you think could be improved, so we know what to work on. Almost all of our teachers have completed their survey, and our 4th through 8th graders are finishing up those surveys as well this week. So we're getting everybody's opinion. We need yours too. And I think that has to be done by the 19th. Okay. Anyway, one thing besides all the fun stuff next week is crazy with all that reading and rice. A week from today, it's kind of a big day. Let me get on there. Here we go. Thursday before. All right. Report cards are going home. So a week from today, report cards will go home. We're also going to print off our iReady scores. iReady is the reading program that the kids work on independently a couple times a week in both reading and math. And they take diagnostics that compare how they were learning at the beginning of the year to how they are learning now, and we did so well. I know some of the teachers shared these at conference time, so some of you have already seen this. You'll get another copy this week too, and if you haven't seen those, well, you get to see how much your kid has already gained. The Arch released a big story about this last week too, because Archdiocesan schools are scoring so high because the kids are in person and learning. All right, so can't wait for you to see that. And then our broadcast will be the state of the school for the 2nd trimester. That'll be at 6:30 next Thursday. Kind of talk about how the goals of the school are going and how the rest of the year looks and that kind of thing. So that's a big day next Thursday. All right. I think that's almost about it now. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Still on you? Margaret, let's see. I think that's about all we have to say. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Here I am. All right, so thank you, parents. Continue to stay safe and healthy out there. We're still doing great, but COVID's not over yet. Next week, I'll come to you, the state of the school, and we'll talk about spring break. Spring break is in 5 weeks. 5 weeks from today is our spring break. So we'll kind of talk about what's out there right now, how the Arch feels about that. Yeah, and some other relevant topics too. So please tune into State of the School next week. And in the meantime, have a great weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay masked, stay distanced, stay clean with your hands, and get ready to read next week and all the fun ways we're going to be emphasizing reading here at St. Ferdinand School. All right, everybody. Good night.